Hey Matt, how you doing today?
Very good, Chris. Thanks for having me on. Very happy to be here.
Oh, epic. We're so psyched to have you on, folks. I mean, Matt is an epic guy, as you should come to expect from guests on Expert Showcase. He's an epic guy. He's all about assisting people with podcasts. And the reason I wanted to get him on the show today is because you as experts, you as coaches and authors and speakers watching our show. If you aren't in podcasting, you probably will be. And if you are, you probably know how much time and what a struggle it is to get a lot of stuff done on the back end. Well, Matt is an expert in this particular field. He's an epic expert in this particular field. If you're brand new to podcasting, you definitely got to stick around. He's going to give you some great information on what you need to look out for. And if you're experienced in podcasting, you definitely need to stick around because what he's going to tell you in the second half is going to resonate with you, and you're going to realize why you might need some help and might need somebody to take the load off, if you will, in some of these cases. But before we get to that, Matt, as we do with every guest, we want to get into your hero's journey. Our audience loves to hear about the beginning, the turning point, and the aftermath of all of our guests. So just give us a quick summary of your hero's journey. What led you from where you are, where you were before, to where you are now?
Well, Chris, I'm coming from the corporate world. Actually, I was in sales and marketing for a number of years, and about a year ago now, I got to see my twin brother has a daily podcast for coaches, and I got to see that was kind of my introduction to podcasting. I listened to a few of other subjects and started to learn a bit about it, and then I actually said, "Whoa, my brother's starting up his own show," and I could see him constructing his sound booth and could see him working away on editing software. So I was kind of watching from a distance, but for as long as I can remember, I've been into personal development and kind of checking out what some coaches are doing and seeing what my brother is doing with his own business. So this was something that was kind of floating around saying, I wish I could be involved, but other than days like today, I'm usually not really in front of the scene. So I see my brother doing this, but I also got to see how many hours he was spending on his podcast, and it was his baby, but oof, his baby was taking him a lot every day. I mean, we'll talk a little bit further about the amount of tasks involved, but I just knew that I had to be, I think, part of get into this podcasting, and I've seen it go on the rise. I read some articles, so it really didn't come to a head till probably earlier in 2015 with my job. I'd seen a couple of rounds of layoffs. I had survived them, but I could definitely go with my intuition, see that there's some changes in the industry that I was in, in the sales industry. And yeah, one day my brother mentioned he was looking to hire out, and I said, hey, let me play around with the software and do, thinking I might do it on the side and gradually work into doing it full time. So I started doing his daily show, and then lo and behold, he started kind of getting some people saying, hey, who does your podcast? Or, and the referral thing happened, and a couple other people said they'd sign on. And I've always been kind of an all-in guy. I said, you know what, I'm going to go with my gut. I want to jump onto this podcasting wave, and this is a good way to do it. So I decided to start my company and do it full time. And that's a little bit about my hero's journey. Like I say, I get paid to do personal development all day long, which I would be doing anyways on my breaks and in the mornings by reading. Now I get my personal development by listening to motivational content from content providers, across the globe. So that's a little bit about my journey.
Man, Matt, that is epic. And for those of you who might remember the last name Mawhinney, yeah, we had his brother on the show back many, many moons ago. We're gonna have to get your brother back on here again and get a follow up because he also was such an epic guest. So actually, we should get you both on the screen, and then I'll flip flop your names all day long, and people will have a
Twin
fun time.
episodes.
Yeah, exactly. Epic. So let's dive deeper. First, let's start off with the beginning because it's interesting to me that you were we talked offline, and you were fairly successful in the industry you were in. To watch the rest of this epic episode now, click on the link below the video. Do it now, you'll be glad you did. Are you still here? What are you waiting for? Watch the rest of this epic episode now by clicking on the link below the video.